Welcome to Sanctuary Boston, everyone here in this room and online. It's so great to have you all here with us. We're going to start with a song that's a mashup of two lovely little tunes that we'll sing one at a time and then both at the same time. Another World and All Shall Be Well. While we're singing, we're going to do a lot of singing tonight, and while we're singing, feel free, and at any time actually, feel free to stretch, get up, move around, dance in your chair, make yourself comfortable, grab some food whenever you need it. Take a deep breath and join me in song.
The other melody.
All shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All shall be well. All manner of things shall be
We're going to sing another song, as we like to do here. This one, I'm going to invite us to do some physicalities. As you're willing and able, I think it's nice to start from a standing position. So as we're invite you to just rise in body, rise in spirit. And we're going to sing There Are More Waters Rising. I'll cue the motions as we go. There are more waters rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. There are more waters rising, they will find their way to me. There are more waters rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. Sing it again, there are more waters. There are more waters rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. There are more waters rising, they will find their way to me. There are more waters rising, this I know, this I know. There are more waters rising, this I know. More fires burning. There are more fires burning, this I know, this I know. There are more fires burning, this I know. There are more fires burning, they will find their way to me. There are more fires burning, this I know, this I know. There are more fires burning, this I know. More mountains falling. There are more mountains falling, this I know, this I know. There are more mountains falling, this I know. There are more mountains falling, they will find their way to me. There are more mountains falling, this I know, this I know. There are more mountains falling, this I know. I will wade through the waters. I will wade through the waters, this I know, this I know. I will wade through the waters, this I know. I will wade through the waters when they find their way to me. I will wade through the waters, this I know, this I know. I will wade through the waters, this I know. step, I will walk. I will walk through the fires. This I know, this I know. I will walk through the fires. This I know.
I will walk through the fires when they find their way to me. I will walk through the fires. This I know, this I know. I will walk through the fires. This I know.
I will rebuild the mountains.
I will rebuild the mountains. This I know, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains. This I know. I will rebuild the mountains when they find their way to me. I will rebuild the mountains. This I know, this I know. I will rebuild the mountains. This I know.
I will wade through the waters.
I will wade through the waters. This I know, this I know. I will wade through the waters. This I know. I will wade through the waters when they find their way to me. I will wade through the waters. This I know, this I know. I will wade through the waters. This I know. I will wade through the waters. This I know.
Again.
I will wade through the waters. This I know.
One more time.
I will wade through the waters. This I know.
Amen.
Welcome. We're going to start, as we often do in many Unitarian Universalist spaces, with our chalice lighting. Our chalice lighting this evening comes from Reverend Joe Cherry. If we have any hope of transforming the world and changing ourselves, we must be bold enough to step into our discomfort, brave enough to be clumsy there, loving enough to forgive ourselves and others. May we be so bold, so brave, and so loving.
Welcome to the Sanctuary Boston. My name is Martha. I use she and her pronouns. I am a member of your Sanctuary Board. We are so excited that you are here. Welcome to worship. We invite you to arrive here exactly as you are with all that you are carrying. We invite you to set down that which you might need to set down in order to be present here, knowing you might not be able to release it, but it can be held here by your community. We are a community of worshipers of all different ages, life stages, and brains and bodies who experience and participate in worship differently. So we invite you to wiggle when you need to and dance when you need to take a snack break or a water break or a bathroom break around the corner down the stairs, elevator in the back corner, whenever you need to. We invite you to be in your body and brain and heart in exactly the way that you are, and we are glad that you are here. Sanctuary is a vibrant, worshiping community of real connection, grounded in Unitarian Universalism and open to seekers of all kinds. Hello to online friends, in-person friends. Be sure to wave to our online friends when you can. Online friends, we're glad you're here. Feel free to worship with your camera on or off. When you need to lie down or take a break, do that. This is your community, this is your space, and we are glad that you're here. We are excited to welcome you.
now have How's that? Okay. Now it's time for our words of welcome, and we invite you to say all of these words or to pick the ones that feel most meaningful to you in this moment. Whether you go to church on Sunday morning or light candles on Friday nights, whether you've been hurt by religion, saved by it, or some of both, whether you're brand new to spiritual community or a seasoned seeker, whoever you are, wherever you are on your journey, we welcome you.
How about a little yeehaw?
All right. We're going to sing a song by a person named Carsey Blanton. She's fantastic. I encourage you to check her out. This is a song that benefits really well from just singing your heart out to it and singing along. It's impossible to really kind of mess this song up. The best way to mess this song up is to not sing along to it. So if you get some la la la's in there, feel free to throw those in there. There's a chorus that comes around when you catch it. We'll sing it. We're going to do that a few times. All right.
Yeah.
2.
Rise in body, rise in spirit.
If you might want to dance.
If you want to. I feel that this song
Whatever
benefits from a
dancing
line
looks like
dance.
for you, you're invited to do that.
If
All
you
right.
can say yeehaw while sitting down, that's all good too.
2, 3, 4.
Been lying awake and wondering where it all went wrong. Running in this human race, odds are looking long. So I sat beside my hound dog and I looked into his eyes. I said, what's the use in trying? To my surprise,
What that hound dog
he
say?
said, buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em, make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. Keep on shining now, you feel good. Let's sing that together. He said, buck up, baby, come on, sick 'em, make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. Keep on shining,
That's the way to get 'em.
good. Yeah. So I put my shoes on and I walked out in the street. Papers say we're on the way to starting World War III. So I took the hand of the paper man. I said, what are we gonna do? He just started laughing. He said, I got news. You better buck up, baby. Come on, sick 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can't lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should.
When it gets bad, that's the way to get 'em.
La la la. La 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 la
Keep on shining.
Keep on shining like you know you should.
shining, that'll get 'em good. Well, they got money and they're never gonna get enough. But honey, we got love, we got the love, we got the love. We got friends who will come out swinging. When we get hit, we go home singing. La 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 la, like we know we should. When it gets bad, that's the way we get good. We say, look up, baby, come on, sing 'em. Make 'em laugh if you can lick 'em. Keep on shining like you know you should. Keep on shining, that's the way to get 'em good. Keep on shining, that'll get 'em good.
So, how many of you are familiar with the musical Suffs? Okay, a few of you. So, for any who are not familiar, this is a musical. I highly recommend seeing it. I hear it's like streamable somewhere soon. Someone is nodding at me. Great. For on Friday? On PBS on Friday. Thank you. Love when people bring the knowledge. I got to see it here in Boston, and it is a musical, as you might have guessed based on the title, about the suffrage movement, the movement in the United States in the 1900s, early 1900s, to get women the right to vote. And one of the things I like about this musical is that I think it does a decent job for a musical at examining the complexity that often arises in social movements. And so there's a main character. Her name is Alice Paul. And Alice Paul, that's right. And she is a younger woman, and she is ready to, as she sings, finish the fight. She is like, we are going to get this done. For heaven's sake, it's freaking time, whatever we have to do. And she comes up against Carrie Chapman Catt, who is like the head of the established suffrage organization. And Carrie Chapman Catt sings this nice song called Let Mother Vote that is very like pleasing and gentle and feminine, and she runs an organization of ladies. And so to Carrie Chapman Catt, Alice Paul is like this radical, wild, like rabble-rouser who doesn't know what she's talking about. Too pushy, too unreasonable. Now, another character in this musical is Ida B. Wells, the journalist and civil rights activist. And when she comes in a scene to visit Alice Paul and ask why the black contingent has been asked to march in the back of the big march, Alice tells her to be reasonable and wait her turn. They can't alienate all of their Southern delegation, now can they? That's not very strategic. And so one of the things that is clear in this show is that to one person, someone can be that pushy extremist, and to another person, that person can be the centrist racist saying, let's be reasonable. It's rare that humans are just one thing. However, I've noticed that the internet would have you believing that there's really just two ways to be. There's like a mainstream reasonable way to be and like an sort of like radical non-reasonable way to be. And depending on whose take you're consuming, depending on who's making the video or the meme, they're either describing that the reasonable people are the ones who can get things done and they know what's best, and those unreasonable people are always ruining everything. Or you'll notice that the reasonable people are just like sellouts and weak and can't get anything done, and all they do is produce evil. And it's the more radical people who actually have the values and the morals and can push ahead. But the thing is, I find myself playing both of those roles. Sometimes I am trying to say, let's be reasonable. If your security culture is this intense and nobody can join you unless they like change their signal name and profile and learn a million tech things no one knows about, then like that's probably not going to work, and maybe we shouldn't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. But sometimes I'm saying, no, I can't join your march because all of your rhetoric is about due process and following laws. And I'm not very interested in deporting people just following the rules kind of way. I'm just interested in not deporting people at all. And sometimes I'm saying, okay, we can let go of this demand for now. We don't have to focus on shutting down the ICE contract in Plymouth right now. We can take the time to do more political education and get more buy-in from impacted communities. And sometimes I'm saying, no, we absolutely will not drop our commitment to Palestinian liberation, even if it means losing donors and volunteers. So it seems like our reasonable, unreasonable binary is, as all binaries I think are, not very useful or true. But another binary that comes up in this vein of things is one that someone said in an organizing meeting I was in a couple months ago, or maybe actually more recently than that, but just feels like a couple months. And this person was explaining why her organization was not explicitly committed to abolition. That is, her organization was not trying to fight for a world without police and prisons and borders and militaries. And she said, I'm choosing to build power over political purity. Making a clear choice. And if the choice is between building power and being able to contend and be effective, and just like having pure ideals, then the choice is obvious. But I think that's a false choice. I don't think it's fair or even true that we have to choose between building power and getting things done, and fighting for people who have criminal records and refusing to leave them behind when we're pushing for immigration reform and immigration justice. I want to build power, and I want to build an inclusive movement, and I want to build a big movement that welcomes lots of people, even people who are new, even people who haven't had a lot of political education. And I also want to stay true to a vision for a world where we don't put people in cages, where we don't exile people out of the country just because they moved here without jumping through impossible hoops. I want to fight for a world where literally everyone is safe and free and has what they need. And that means that decision-making is not easy. Which brings me to the title of this reflection, Where Do We Draw the Line? I sure wish I knew. If I knew, then I would definitely tell you all exactly how to know where to draw the line in all moral situations and quandaries. But instead, I'll just share a few different ways I try to figure it out. One thing is I try to remember that not everyone has to play the same role in a movement. Some people can be the reasonable ones, and some people can be the unreasonable ones, and in fact, that is often very strategic. In SEFs, it is incredibly strategic. The people who push hard get the president into a place where he then is willing to meet with the, more mainstream polite ladies group, because the people who pushed hard made that possible. And that is often the way change happens. And so it is okay if I'm more pushy than some people think I should be, or if I'm doing more work with suburban liberals than other people think I should be. I'm playing my role, and everybody else can play theirs. Another thing is I try to keep the word resistance in mind. That resistance actually means pulling against something. You think about a resistance band when you're doing a workout. It makes it harder to move. And that's because when we are fighting for a world that works for everyone, a world where everyone has what they need, we're up against a lot of forces that don't want that world. And those forces are very deeply ingrained. And no matter how much I want to think that they're not still living in me, they definitely are still living in me. And so I try to remember that I'm not starting from a neutral place and not to be tricked into thinking something is reasonable because it aligns with white supremacy or patriarchy or ableism or capitalism or one of the many forces that we are trying to resist. Something else I do is I try to be clear on my why when I am doing a thing. If I decide to share something publicly, like put something on social media or give a talk at Sanctuary Boston or preach, which is part of my regular paid job, I try to be clear on why I'm saying what I'm saying, not just saying whatever I feel like saying, though sometimes that would be so nice. I see a minister in the back of the room laughing. Yes, wouldn't it be nice just get in the pulpit and just like say whatever the heck you really think? But I try to be clear on like what is the purpose and who is the audience and what am I hoping will happen for them. If I am going to a protest or a rally, I try to be clear on why I'm doing that. Maybe I'm going to get like pumped up and feel connected. Maybe I'm going because I'm playing a specific role and someone asked me to be there. I try to understand why I'm showing up. Or if I'm boycotting a brand or something, I try to understand why that too. And sometimes it's just for my own internal integrity because I feel like a better person if I'm not like giving my money to Jeff Bezos. And other times it's because there's like a list of certain companies and it's like, let's all boycott them and like, let's not shop there and we can like show them. And sometimes that's effective if enough people do it. A fourth thing is that interpersonally, I try to lead with kindness and curiosity and humility, which I will say is probably the one I fail at the most often on this list. I am a person who has a fast mind and words that come out of my mouth much more quickly than I can, second guess them. I'm someone who is very passionate as well. And so this is a weak point for me, but I do believe in it. I do believe that people tend to be willing to actually hear you and change their mind and think about things if you come with kindness and humility and curiosity and not just how dare you. Although how dare you is very fun, but I do see that a lot publicly, and I feel there's a lot of public how dare they-ness going on, and I often am why? I wonder about their why, because why? You think someone's gonna change their mind because you said everyone who doesn't wear a mask for COVID is not a leftist and terrible. You think that's gonna make them wear a mask? Or anybody who doesn't vote for a Democrat when it's important is just worthless. Is that gonna make them vote for a Democrat? I don't know. Seems unlikely to me, so I try to remember that because the same applies in my own conversations. But I will say, caveat, politically, that's interpersonally, right? But politically, it is about power and demands. And so I try not to get those conflated, that interpersonally kind, politically clear and demanding and pushy, right? It's hard because even though I can also be intense, I also have that training to be polite. And so if I'm in a meeting with a legislator, I still want to be oh yeah, no, I know, you're trying. I'm no, that's not the right time to do that. The last one is one that I have had to be taught and had to learn, and I think it's a really crucial one, which is that I try to inch towards my vision and not support things that will make it harder to achieve, even if in the short term they seem like good things. A small recent example, someone asked if Beyond, the Boston Immigration Justice Accompaniment Network that I'm part of, would sign on to some effort towards getting body cameras on cops. And we said no, because while you might think, well, it's good, because then there's more accountability, it also gives more resources and tools to police, and ultimately that gets in the way of defunding police. It's at odds with taking away their resources and getting rid of them altogether. So try not to get in your own way, even if it seems like it would be a positive thing. I try to draw lines that are strategic. I try to draw lines that have integrity, and I try to adjust them as needed. I try to have grace with myself and others. Again, not always easy, because we're up against a lot. And frankly, it's really easy to get demoralized. I was talking to a friend who's an organizer yesterday who was so sad because a little coalition she had built had started to have conflict and was disintegrating. And she was like, I finally had some hope and now it's gone and I want to give up. And I was like, I know. And she was like, but I won't give up. And I was like, I know. I am committed to hope in the Miriam Kaba discipline sense of the word. And I want to keep fighting my whole life for this vision of a society that doesn't put people in cages, that gives people what they need to survive. At the end of Stuffs, there's a song called Keep Marching, and every time I listen to it, I cry. And the beginning of it says, I won't live to see the future that I fight for. Maybe no one gets to reach that perfect day. And I know that I won't live to see the future that I fight for, and maybe it will never even happen. And that's okay. I'm okay with being that unreasonable. Because if we can get a little closer along the way, doing relatively little harm, and maybe even having some joy and meaning along the way, then I know that I will have drawn my lines well.
Thank you, Annie. We're going to sing another song. This is a song by Melanie DeMore called Lead with Love, also sometimes called Put One Foot in Front of the Other. And it's a song that's being taken to the streets a bit. You might have sung this if you've been to some of those protests. If you haven't, feel free to use this in your protests, either in the streets or in your heart. I think this is also a great one to rise in body and rise in spirit. We're going to get moving a little bit here. It's the chorus is very repetitive. You'll pick it up if you don't already know it, and then the verses are call and response. I'll sing a line, and then you can just sing that line back. All right, 1, a 2, a 1. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. Look up ahead. The path is there. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other. I'm scared too. Well, I'm scared too. But here I am. But here I am. Right next to you. Right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot
Giving and receiving are sacred practices. Your presence here, online, and on site is a gift. Your dedication and work in this community are gifts. We'll now take a moment to gather our evening offering to sustain the ongoing life of our community and our partners. This week, we are sharing our plate with Protect the South, Tennessee. Protect the South is an initiative bringing together a few organizations to advocate for refugee and immigrant rights and preserving the people's right to an active voice in shaping their lives. Yesterday, a special Tennessee legislative session was called to redraw Tennessee's congressional districts. Protect the South, Tennessee, and the 7.4 million residents of Tennessee need our help in saying hands off our vote. You can donate online by going to sanctuaryboston. Well, you all have the QR code will take you there. You're not going to remember it if I say it. Or you can Venmo at Sanctuary Boston. Please put offering in the notes. For those of you online, you can use the links in the chat box or donate on Venmo or PayPal, or find us directly on Venmo. Please give from the heart, knowing your contributions directly help our programs, as well as the incredibly important work of our partners at Protect the South, Tennessee.
is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
Let's take a breath together. This is the time in our service when we share our joys and sorrows with each other, knowing that joys shared are magically magnified and sorrows shared are magically lightened. Some of us arrive here wrestling difficult things. Some of us arrive feeling blessed and brimming with gratitude. Some of us arrive feeling the pain of a broken world around us and within us.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in His love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
There are a lot of joys and sorrows in this community, friends. Let's take a moment, if you'll join me in the spirit of prayer. Let's take a breath. To find ourselves in this moment in time, in this place with these good people, with the good sounds, these good holy sounds of children, holding the great joys that we share, holding the heavy, heavy, heavy sorrows, worries, grief of these sweet people gathered here. Loving God, thank you for this time with these people. Thank you for holding us in love. Thank you for being with us in the love we show to each other. Loving God, thank you for being with us in the laughter and singing of our children. Thank you for being with us in the dancing bodies next to each other. Thank you for being with us in the birthdays, in new opportunities. Loving God, thank you for being with us in our moral clarity. that tells us the direction we need to go next. Thank you for being with us in uncertainty when we don't know which way to go next. Spirit of life, we are hurting in this community. We are grieving deaths that are recent and not so recent and too soon. We are grieving safety. We are not always sure what the next right thing is, but we are trying. Loving God, help us be with each other. Help us connect with each other. Help us show each other the path when we are uncertain. And help us remember that we are each held in your love and the love that we create together. Amen.
Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary anew.
In a moment, we're going to hum Sanctuary together. And as we do so, I invite you to move forward to the candles on the tables here. And you might light a candle with a taper, reminding you of the light of divinity that is within you. Then I invite you to pass that taper to someone else. And when you do, take a look in their eyes. See the light of divinity that is within them, and let that line connect you. If you are online, I invite you to just take some time with the people on the screen. Look into their eyes. Recognize them looking back at you. And perhaps if you are so inclined to put a little flame emoji or candle emoji yourself. Let's hum Sanctuary and we will light candles.
more time.
Make us a dwelling, our sanctuary. Each day holy, and love night
As we go about drawing our lines between what we will and won't support, what we will and won't participate in, what we can or cannot be a part of, may we draw those lines, holding on tight to a vision of the world we really want to live in, with kindness and with care. May we prioritize fighting for everyone over being reasonable, and may we prioritize bringing people in over purity.
1, 2, and
guide us.
like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. You are love, no other being. What you can give, no other can give. To the future of our children, to the future of the world where we live. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain in my soul. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my
Mark David said during our worship meeting that that was going to be something, and it did not disappoint.
John asked, anything to know about that one? And I said, strap in.
That was it. Wow.
But I hope you all meet each other for 3 minutes and talk to someone who you don't know. And there were birthday cupcakes, and if you haven't eaten them yet, you should because they're delicious.